Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and I stopped working on my guides for a little bit just to put out a small PSA in regards to Summoner. Seems there's either some misinformation or misunderstanding about how to actually adjust the size of Summoner's pets, and that's in regards to who actually needs to do the size reductions and what the command itself actually does, or I guess even that it exists, even though it was in the patch notes. So I figured a quick video covering all those details was probably in order. So for those of you who somehow haven't played with a Summoner yet this expansion, Summoner went from having a couple of large pets, which you were able to adjust the size of before in Shadowbringers, to having 5 very large pets that will constantly appear throughout the fight. Upon activating Bahamut, I will then gain access to Arcanums that let me summon Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda, and then I will summon Phoenix and do that all over again. So these large summons are constantly popping up on the screen, and some people just want to shrink them. As you can see, summon Titan here, he drops down, doesn't attack, he'll go away, and then I'll be able to do the same with Ifrit, and I can do the same with Garuda, and there is a way to reduce the size of these summons so that they are not so large on the screen. But it seems people either don't know the command exists or don't understand who's the one who actually has to do it. So, before we go any further, I made a macro just to describe what these things actually do. So in order to change the appearance of the pets, or specifically their size and not just what they actually are, there are 3 different commands and 3 different sizes. As you can see, /pet size all small will make all of those large pets much smaller on the screen. They'll barely look bigger than a carbuncle. /pet size all medium, between the normal size you were just seeing and the small size that you would get from the carbuncle. And pet size all large is what they currently are. That is the default size for all of the summons. Now you can use any one of these and it will of course change them. For example, if we execute medium right now, you'll see when I summon my Phoenix, target that real quick, that this is now the size of my Phoenix. It would have been about as large as the Bahamut before, but this is more like what a medium-sized pet would look like. Then, if we go back into our macros and set them all to small, it will not adjust it while it is currently out, but as you can see now with Titan, when I summon him, he's just this tiny little nugget, barely going to be in the way, and of course you can adjust actual character effects in another menu as well. However, let me go back to default before I forget before the end of this recording, because I am a large person. Now, the big thing for me, a lot of people actually do know this command exists. However, I've been told I'm griefing my party finders, the groups I'm joining and doing EX trials with, by not shrinking the size of my summons. I'm here to tell you that all of the pet size commands are done client side, which means it is not the summoner's responsibility to reduce the size of the summons, it is yours. So if you are personally sick of seeing these giant summons in front of you all the time, that is not on the summoner. You are the person who needs to put in that /pet size all small or medium command in order to shrink them yourself. Now, I don't want to see any more party finders excluding summoners because the party finder leader doesn't understand that. I don't want to see any more YouTube comments about me being a dingus for doing it. I don't want to see any more Twitch comments about people saying that I'm griefing party finders for leaving my pets on large. That is not how it works at all, and it shocks me to see that that was the initial understanding that people took without actually doing the research for it themselves. But hopefully, with this little bit of a PSA, if you are bothered by those large summons, then go ahead and shrink them. Or if you're like me and they don't bother you at all, in fact, I'm still waiting on them for them to release the Calamity size summons. Not something they've said they'll do, but I would crank up the size one more. I'm trying to feel as epic as possible. But anyway, just a quick little PSA for those of you who didn't know that that's how that works. So go and use your small or medium pet sizes, or be a champion like me and use those large ones. Anyway, with that, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get back to work. And until next time, take care.